Welcome back. That was some internet issue there, and the machine just switched off. Sorry about that. The topic we're looking at today is pursue your dreams. Pursue your dreams, and we've been talking about why people don't follow their dreams, why they're not achieving their purpose, why they're not fulfilling their desires. And the first thing we talked about was the fact that the goals, the dreams, the desires are not specific. They are general in nature. They are vague and cannot be determined, cannot be quantified. You can't put a measure on it. If you don't know where you're going, everywhere you go or everywhere you are will be it. If you don't have a destination in mind, everywhere you go, everywhere you reach, everywhere you see, wherever you are, will be the destination because there is no specific destination in mind when you started the journey. The first thing you must do in order for you to pursue and achieve and get your heart desire as far as your dream, your goals, and your aspiration is concerned, is you have to make it specific. It has to be concrete. It has to be in a form that when you achieve it, you know. For instance, instead of saying my goal is to be rich, if you say my goal is to retire at the age of 30 with £5 million in my with a net worth of £5 million. Now that is specific. It is specific in terms of the amount you're looking to retire on. It is also specific because now there is a time that you've put on it. So if you are 28 years old and you still don't have £100,000 in or your net worth is say 100,000, then you know you have 2 years to achieve your goal, to achieve your dream, to be in a position where your net worth should be 5 million, because that was your goal. But if it was the case of I want to be rich, well, 100,000 compared to somebody with £5, you're very rich. £15 compared to somebody with nothing in their back pocket, you are very rich. So your goal must be specific. It must be something that you can measure, something you can quantify, something with a time on it, something that when you arrive at it, when you achieve it, you too will know that I'm at it. You too will know that I've achieved it. You will know, not just in your heart, you will know physically that this is it. So your goal must be specific. If it's not, then you're just shooting in the dark. Another reason why people don't achieve their goals, why their desires are never realized, is because they doubt. They have doubts. You see, doubt is something that you can't do without. It comes. It is natural for you to have doubt. It is what you do, how you handle that, how you process it, the leeway, the environment that you create for doubt that will determine whether it is going to grow or it's going to just die from its root. If you doubt your goals, if you doubt even your own ability to achieve your goal, if you doubt the fact that you have enough within yourself, you're in a position where you can pursue that goal, where you can realize that dream, when that desire can come forth in your life. If you have a doubt about that, then it's not going to happen. It will not happen. Because if every goal you set for yourself, if every dream you have, if every desire you have, if you always carry this extra luggage, this extra baggage of what if it fails? What if it don't work? What if they don't buy the product? What if this? What if? And there is a place for what if in the course of you making specific decisions. You have to consider the pros and the cons and all the options available. But when it comes to your goal in itself, the totality of your goal, doubt will come, but don't entertain it. Just like fear will come, but don't entertain it. Because all they've come to do is to question how committed you are to this goal, to this dream, to this desire that you say you have. So when doubt comes, when you are doubting, when you are questioning, you can question what the facts in front of you. You can question the data that you are working with, but you must not question. You cannot afford to question, to doubt your own ability. You cannot afford to doubt or to question the authenticity of the goal that you've set for yourself. Because when you have doubt, when you don't believe in yourself, it will cripple you in the first place from even stepping out to start. And even when you start, you have already shut down a part of you that you need to invest. There is a part of you from the inside that will keep on driving you. But if you doubt, that ability to drive yourself, to motivate yourself, to push yourself from the inside, it will just dry up. And once that happens, you won't be able to maximize your potential, because you can't recognize it, because you've already told yourself you don't have it. And because you've said that to yourself, it's not going to happen. The truth of the matter is, every person, every man and woman that you and I know today, that you and I talk about and think about and wish about and celebrate and all of that, they all have this same journey. They went through the same process. They were confronted with this same doubt. But what they did with doubt was they put it where it belongs. They did not allow doubt to stop them. They believed so much in themselves. They believed so much in the product. They believed so much in the services that they were rendering that nothing could stop them. No doubt is strong enough to cripple their dream or to shut down their goals or desires. And it's the same thing for you and I. What is it about you? What is it about your life? What is it about your dream today that you are questioning? That you are questioning not for rational reason, but you are questioning out of fear, out of doubt. Now, don't say you because you are concerned. There's a difference between being concerned and being in doubt. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You have to believe in your product. You have to believe in what you have in your hand. Because if you don't believe in it, you can't sell it to somebody else. If you don't believe in it, you can't crystallize, you can't put it in a clear form for others to pursue, for others to run with you, for others to buy into. If you want to achieve your goal, if you want to fulfill your heart's desire, then doubt is something that you cannot afford to entertain. Another reason why people don't pursue their dreams, why people don't achieve their goals, is because, like I said earlier on, they do a lot of talking, they're not working on it. People say they want to achieve goals, they want their dreams to come through, they want their desire to be fulfilled. But that's all it is. The question is, what are you doing currently about it? What are you doing physically right now about that goal, about that dream, about that vision, about that purpose, about that desire in your heart? But instead of doing something, most of us, we procrastinate. We talk a lot about it, but no action. Forgetting that action produces result. Talks are cheap, but until you put some action behind it, then you won't get any result. You will not get any result. You have to work on it. You have to put your back to it. You have to refuse to let it go. You have to eat it, sleep it, dream it, drink it, wake up on it, sleep on it, do everything in pursuit of your goal, of your desire, of your dreams. Take one action step per time, per day, per hour. If you're not writing on it, you are thinking about it. If you're not thinking about it, you're not writing about it, you are processing something about it. Do something about it so that you're working your way towards achieving those goals and realizing those dreams. Another reason a lot of people don't receive the end result of their goals and their desire is because they are not fully committed. They are not fully committed. And what do I mean by that? They're not giving it everything. They're doing it haphazardly. 1 minute they're doing it, the next minute they're not. Successful people who are achieving their goals, people who are realizing their dreams, they are doing whatever it takes. They are giving it everything. They are pursuing it. They are working on it. They are committed to it. But unsuccessful people will only do what is convenient, what is not strenuous, what is not putting extra pressure or putting them in a discomfort position. But you see, all of that will make you busy. It just will not make you productive. And the reason a lot of people are not committed is because they think they can survive on bare minimum. In fact, a lot of us, human beings, we are existing. We're not living because we're surviving on bare minimum. But if you want to be successful, if you want to achieve your goal, if you want to fulfill your dream, you have to raise the bar for yourself. Go back to school if you have to. Take extra lesson if you have to. Enroll in an apprentice if you have to. Find somebody, get a mentor if you have to. Go and do your research if you have to. Whatever it is, do something out of the norm, the normal day activities. Do something about your goal. Do something that will show you, not anybody else, that will show you that you are actually pursuing it. And another thing you must understand is you don't have to do everything in the open for everybody to say, oh yes, you are pursuing your dream. You have to know in your knower. You don't need to convince anybody. People may doubt you, people may question you, people may ridicule you and laugh at you and roll their eyes behind you. But that is not the point. The question you must answer is, are you committed to your goal? Because at the end of the day, it's your goal, it's your dream, it's your desire. You're not there you're not doing it for somebody else to be happy. If they're not happy, that's their problem. But put what it requires. Put in the expected effort. Be committed to it. Because when something becomes a must, you will do whatever it takes to get it done. But if it's still maybe an if or well, anyhow, then you have room to wiggle out. Put yourself in a situation where the commitment is so high, you have to slap your own jaw if you fail to do what is required. So another reason why people don't achieve their goals and fulfill their dreams and pursue their heart desires because they lack commitment. They lack commitment. Another thing is that people, they give and they make excuses. Well, it's raining. Oh, it's very cold outside. Well, I don't know anybody in that department. Well, I can't talk on the phone. I don't know how to use the internet. And on and on and on and on and on, people make excuses. The reality of life is you can't make two things. You can't make excuses and make progress at the same time. You have to choose one. How many times have you heard people say, well, I would have done that if not because of the fact that I am black? Well, I could have achieved that if not because I'm a woman. I could have done that if I was from this neighborhood. Maybe I could have been this if only I... And on and on. Now, don't get me wrong. There are certain obstacles that will be in your way, but that's what they are supposed to do. They are supposed to be there to challenge your commitment, to question your resolve, to test your stickability. Would you be there long term? Would you give what it takes? Are you prepared? Are you committed long term to get to the end? So there are some barriers, natural and artificials, that will stand in your way. But just because they are standing there doesn't mean they have to outstand you. Just because they are standing there doesn't mean they trample you under their feet. It's there for you to push through. And then you can tick that box off. It's there for you to knock down. Then you can tick that box off. You can gain some lessons, some valuable insights on how to handle that aspect of your goal and your dream. But if you give excuses, if you make excuses, if you're always having a reason why it is and why it is, if you make excuses, many excuses, over time you will start to buy into those excuses. And the more you buy into those excuses, the more you are limited, the more you are restricted, the more you are, eventually you'll be stopped from moving forward. Every successful person had all these same excuses that you and I are bringing up. But they work hard. They keep on moving forward. They refuse to give up. They put the commitment in. They do whatever it takes to get it done. So instead of you making excuses, find a way to make progress. Despite the excuses, despite the obstacles, despite the challenges, find a way to make progress. One of the biggest reasons why a lot of people don't eventually achieve their purpose and fulfill their dreams is because they don't know how to handle failure. They don't know how to deal with setbacks. They struggle with the challenges and the unforeseen, the happenings. But you see, if you've lived long enough to know how to write your name, you will know that one of the constant things in life is that every now and again you will fall down. Every now and again you will fail. Every now and again you will have a setback. Every now and again you will come face to face with a situation that you've never seen before, you've never heard before, you've never handled before. And because of that, it is possible. In most cases, it will knock you down. The question is, what do you do when it knocks you down? Do you lie down there and cry till eternity? Or do you get up, dust yourself down, and roll up your sleeves again and say, right, that's round one. Let's go again. But because most people don't know how to handle failure, they lack the determination. They lack the resolve, they lack the strength, the inner will, the conviction of heart to keep on going, even when the going is tough. Years and years and years ago, I read a book by Robert Schuller. It said when the going gets tough, the tough get going. When it becomes tough, when it's like the wall is closing on you, you keep on going. Some people, when they start something, they start working on something and they don't see any result, or the result is not coming at the rate they expected or they wanted, at the rate they were the rate they were promised or they envisaged, they give up. They give up. They give up. But you see, what you don't understand is every time you give up, you go back to the back of the queue. Every time you've gone thus far and then you give up, you go back to the back of the queue. Because people don't know how to handle failure. They give up. They change their focus. They manufacture a new goal. They manufacture a new desire. But you see, it's not like cornflakes that you pick up on the shelf of Sainsbury or wherever you do your grocery shopping. That if there's no cornflakes, then I just go for Weetabix or cereal or whatever it is. No. We're talking about goals and desires and dreams that were there from childhood, that were there, that shaped your whole life and your whole existence. One of the most important things that you and I must know about failure, about setbacks, about obstacles and challenges is that they are mere feedbacks. They are feedbacks. They are feedbacks to tell you that's not how to do it. They are feedbacks to tell us there's a better way to do it. They are feedbacks to tell us your combination is wrong. They are feedbacks to tell us that you need to learn more, you need to know more, you don't know enough yet. Every 1,000 mile, every journey of 1,000 miles starts with a first step. And you're never too late to start. It is never too late for you to start. And because a lot of people think, oh, I'm too old now. Well, what will people say? Who cares? It's your life. It's your dream. It's your purpose. It's your desire. I would rather achieve 1% of my desire, even by the time my back hits the deathbed, than to be on that deathbed crying that I should have, I could have, I would have, I may have. Put yourself force yourself into a situation that is quote and unquote uncomfortable, and you'll be amazed how much you have, how much ability that you have on the inside that will come forth and take you through even that level that you were afraid of, even that point that you were so scared of, even that blind spot that you didn't see was there. You'll be amazed how much resolve you have on the inside to put you over. I've said this before on this platform. When I was going to start this weekly broadcast, I was scared, because at a point I thought, after you've done the first 4-5 weeks, then what? What would you have to say after that? But I pushed through. We started it, and what that has done is it has forced me to make sure that every week before Thursday, I have to find, I have to search, I have to read, I have to prepare, I have to plan and rehearse over and over what I'm going to be talking about on Thursday. Because I value your time. If you would take time to log in and tune in and connect, it will be an indictment on my part if I come here and just scratch my head and just waffle and dribble. It's the same thing in everything else, in every area of your goal and your desire. You may be thinking, well, I don't think I can do it. Well, until you put a tea bag. If you have a tea bag, it's just a flimsy bag with some dry leaves in it. That's all it takes. But put that tea bag under some pressure of boiling water and see what comes out of that flimsy bag with some dry leaves in it. Suddenly, there's an aroma. Suddenly, there's a color changing. Suddenly, there's a release of all the ingredients and all the juices and the sweetener and everything that is contained in that supposedly flimsy bag and some dry leaves. Until you put a pressure on yourself, until you put a demand on yourself, until you force yourself out of your comfort zone, you won't know how much you are able, you are capable, how much deposit you are carrying about. You won't know the potentials that you have on the inside. And the worst part of it is those potentials, those capabilities, that strength that is on the inside of you is not for you. It's to be a blessing to others. But if you sit on it, if you refuse to let it out, guess what? All those people are missing out because you refuse to get out of bed in the morning. So, what can we do, therefore, to overcome failure and reach our dreams and pursue our goals and achieve our purpose and realize our dreams? What can we do? First thing you must know is that what people think of you is none of your business. In everyone's life, there is this group of people called they. We all have them. Some near, some far. Some of them are you yourself. What will they say? How will they think? How will they? And they. The reality is, it is your dream, it is your goal, it's your desire, it's your life. What they think is none of your business, and it's none of their business what you do with your life. Does that mean you live a life of just a wayward life and have no care for anybody? No, that's not what I'm saying. But at the same time, don't let the pressure of what they would say or how they will think or how they will react or what they will feel, don't allow that. Don't allow anybody to imprison you by what they think of you, by what they say of you, by what they feel of you. Because ultimately, it's your life. It is your goal, it's your dream, it's your desire. And you know the worst part of it? If you ignore them and you pursue your goal and you achieve your dream and you realize your desires, guess what? These same people, these same they that you were afraid of, they will come and pat you on the back and say, you know, I always knew you had what it takes. I'm so proud of you. But you could have allowed them, just the thought of them, the fear of them, the concern about them, to cripple you from even attempting to become all that you are destined to become. Not everyone will applaud you and clap for you and cheer you, say, come on, you can do it, go for it, pursue your dream. Yes, you have what it... Not everybody. In fact, not most people. And the reason is simple. It's only you that is hearing that tiny, still voice that is talking to you. And because they were not party to that conversation that you had with yourself, they were not privy to what you heard that came out from the inside of you. Why should you now subject and submit that the fulfillment, the achievement, the completion of that. Why should you submit it to somebody who was not there when you had that conversation with yourself? You must listen to the tiny voice that comes up from within you and use the strength of that tiny voice to silence the naysayers, the doubters, the unbelievers, the questioners, those people that are supposedly in the they category in your life. Because that still small voice will constantly tell you what you need to do in order for you to realize your potential, what you need to do in order for you to fulfill your goal, what you need to do in order for you to achieve your purpose. It will constantly, continuously tell you. The more you listen, the more you respond, the more you follow it, the louder, the bigger, the stronger that voice will be. And the closer you will get to fulfilling your dream. It may just be a whisper now, but as you develop your relationship with that tiny voice, it becomes bigger. It becomes louder. Give yourself permission to follow it. Give yourself permission to do what you know. You see, the reality is, you know when you are doing the right thing. You know when you are doing the wrong thing. You know when you are pursuing, when you are following the steps that is laid that are laid before you by that still small voice, rather than the noise in the environment from the naysayers. So if you want to overcome failures, if you want to reach your goal and fulfill your dreams and achieve your desire, the first thing you must do is shut the door on what people think about you, because it's none of your business. Number 2, persist through setbacks. When you set out, when you are committed, when you follow the footpath of that still small voice in your heart, when you take the first step, the second step, the third step, you might trip, you may fall, you may fail. But understand that that is part and parcel of the journey. That is part and parcel of the process. Success is in the process, not in the final result. Success is in the process, because it's in the process that you deal with things you plan for. It's in the process that you are confronted with things you've never seen before. It's in the process that you learn new skills. It's in the process that you grow as a person. It's in the process that you see ideas and insight just flooding your head. Success is in the process. But if you fail, if you refuse, if you allow setbacks to shut you down, you will not get to the destination, and you will not learn anything and become anything that you could have become if you had followed the process. Don't quit on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Every learning course, if you look at it, it will show that it's normal to be below par at start. Oh yes, it will eventually. This is the equilibrium line. It will start like this from below the equilibrium, and gradually, and before you know it, it will hit the equilibrium line, and then it will continue to rise. But just because you are still under the bar, as it were, don't be discouraged. Don't give up. See failure as feedback, like I said. For instance, do you know that Oprah Winfrey was demoted earlier in her career as a news anchor because they think she doesn't have the X factor of a TV person? But look who is laughing now. Look who is laughing now. She went on to reinvent and set new rules that are still being followed till today, as far as daytime talk shows are concerned. For 25 years, anywhere you are, you've heard the name Oprah Winfrey. In fact, she went on to say there is no such thing as failure. Failure is just life trying to move you in another direction. That's what it is. So see failures, see setbacks, see hiccups as feedbacks. Albert Einstein, they said to him, oh, you failed on when he was trying to do, or whoever invented, Edison, I think, was the one that invented the light bulb, and he tried this and tried that and it wasn't working, and they said, oh, you failed. He said, no, I didn't fail. I've just learned how it will not work. And so the learning continues. And the rest today is history. The rest today is history as far as light bulbs are concerned. I don't care what shape, what color, what role and everything. At the end of the day, it comes back to that principle that he found, that he developed, that he put in place, that he hatched out of refusing to give up. You want to overcome failure? You want to pursue and achieve your goal? You want to receive the end result of your desire? Find alternative pathways to your goals. Find alternative pathways to your goals. Excuse me. If you fail in going this direction, try this direction. If you fail going that direction, try this direction. I remember I was talking to one of my friends who used to be a member of the what are they called? SAS. And we were talking just generally, and he said something. He said one of the lessons you have to learn as an SAS person is that you're unstoppable. When you come face to face with an obstacle, you're either going to go over it, you're going to go around it, or you're going to go through it. But no obstacle should stop you. So if this path that you are following, if this route that you've taken, if this process that you've embarked upon is not going, it's not achieving the goal, don't give up on your goal. Just change your route, change your system, change your approach, change your combination. Like Edison did. He tried it this way, it didn't work. So he left that, he went this way. That didn't work, he went that way. That didn't work. Eventually, boom, one day, everything is working. Be willing, be committed to learn new skills. Ask for help if you need it from people who can help you. Always think, how else can we do this? Some people will say, have a plan B. Always have a plan B. If this didn't work this way, the plan B is not have a different dream. No, have a different approach. Have a different process to achieve the same goal. You want to achieve your goal. You want to overcome failures. You want to shut the mouth of naysayers. Bombard your inner critic with positive affirmation. A time will come when you will start to doubt yourself, when you start to question yourself and this and that. That's the time for you to remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. That's the time for you to encourage yourself, as it were. That's the time for you to have phrases, words, sentences, whatever it is that will bring you back in line. Say to yourself, winners don't quit and quitters don't win. You have what it takes. You can do this. Go for it. Don't settle for less. Ask for more. And as you repeat that to yourself, some people will think you're crazy. Some people would call you names. They would say different things. You know what you're working on. You know why you're saying those things. Another thing you must do to fulfill your desire and achieve your goal and overcome failure is to relabel fear as excitement. Anything that will cause you to be afraid, flip it on its head. It's a point of excitement. Because when you are scared, naturally, when you are scared about something, your nervous system will go into what they call flight or fight state. It's like you're walking down the path one afternoon, and there it was, a big snake right in front of you. The first thing is you freeze. And at that instant, at that very point, it's either you're going to turn around and run, or you're going to stand there and fight that thing. But do you know that same experience that your nervous system goes through when you are confronted with something that is scary is the same psychological experience that you will receive when you're excited about something? So when fear comes, just remind yourself, it's the same thing that I'm feeling now. It's the same thing that my body is experiencing, my body is going through, as if I am excited. So rather than submitting to fear, just tap into excitement. So the next time your palms start getting sweaty because you need to go and do a presentation, or you want to go into an interview hall and your voice is your throat is dried and all of that because of this experience of flight or fight, just laugh yourself happy. Be happy. Find a reason to be excited. Oh, I can't wait to get on that stage and just deliver this powerful message to this house. They will never be the same after this. Everybody will leave this place today happy and be grateful to God that they were in my session. Yeah, does that mean you're building your own ego? No, you are preparing yourself. You are refusing to entertain fear, but you are turning it into excitement. And finally, never give up on yourself. You want to overcome failure. You want to achieve your purpose. You want to realize your dream. You want to arrive at your destination. Be the last man standing. Make a determination, a heartfelt commitment to be the last man standing. A lot of people give up very easily, very soon. Oh, no, that's too difficult. I can't do that. Oh, that's too difficult. No. No. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Do you know, the Bible said, there is no temptation or no challenge, no circumstance in life that will confront you that within you haven't got what it takes to overcome it. The question is, will you tap into that reservoir, or will you put your hands up in surrender and say, I'm out? Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself, on your dream, on your vision. Reaching your goal, fulfilling your dreams, achieving success, becoming everything that you've ever desired and dreamed to be. It's not easy. It's going to take you just wrestling it to the ground and yanking it out of the hand of resistance. So it's going to require a lot of hard work, a lot of commitment, a lot of willingness to go through and come back with the trophy. For instance, the Women's World Cup is going on in France now. You can't say because we lost our first match, that's it, let's go home. No. There's still at least 2 more matches to play. And if you win those 2 more matches, now you are in the quarterfinals. Maybe another 3 matches or 4, and you're already in the finals. But if you give up on yourself because of one setback, you've given up on the chances of the victory. We all have what it takes to achieve our purpose, to fulfill our dreams, to receive the destinations that we had in mind from the time we were growing up. But we must never give up because we have what it takes. Thank you so much for being part of tonight's program. My apologies for the initial technical glitch that we had with the system and the internet. I hope something from tonight's program has been a blessing to you. Tell somebody else about it, share it, and remember, we are all on this journey of discovery together, side by side, shoulder to shoulder, because we're going somewhere. And when we arrive at our destination, when our dreams are fulfilled, when our vision is realized, when our goals are in our hands, everyone that will see us will have no choice but to confess that truly, surely, these are better men and better women. Thank you so much. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.